Hi everybody, I'm making a short video today for World Mental Health Day. Sometimes I'm often asked by people what is my top tip as a psychologist for increasing mental wealth. And there's lots and lots of things that we can do, but over the course of the last few years, what's been happening in some of the work that I've been involved in with various collaborations is that we've zoomed down into something that's called getting green. Hashtag Get Into the Green is our campaign where we try to share with one another the things that help us to feel good, whether that's something that helps our body to feel good, whether it's something that helps our mind to feel good, or perhaps something that helps our heart to feel good. And the reason that we call it Get Into the Green is because we've been inspired by the work of Professor Paul Gilbert and his 3 modes of mind model. So in Professor Gilbert's model, he has 3 different modes of mind, 3 different sorts of motivations that drive us and that color our thinking and our actions. I sometimes call it the soup of the brain. You know, what are those hormones and chemicals that are swimming around your brain and actually having a huge impact on what you think, what you say, and what you do? So the green mode is this affiliative mode. It was a mode of brain and mind that was developed as mammals, particularly primates, developed into social creatures where affiliative or group social behavior and bonding was something that allowed us to have evolutionary fitness. It was basically the discovery that the monkeys made that if they worked together in groups in a collaborative way, they had an advantage in terms of having more offspring surviving. So the development of this green mode and brain is very firmly rooted in our evolutionary history. And this is something that we're being invited to consider now in our modern world as we once again try to rediscover the benefits of working collaboratively and reflect a little bit on some of the challenges of moving forwards in these competitive models that seem to have had quite a high cost, some of which was unanticipated on our world, on our lives, on our mental and physical health. So we talk about getting into the green, and these are activities that soothe us. They're the things that we do that make us feel calm, contented, connected, creative, and collaborative. And you might even just pause now to think and see, even just for your body right now, is there any movement you can make? Perhaps changing your posture or placing your feet on the floor, or maybe even a few shoulder rolls to allow your neck and your shoulders to release and relax a little bit. And this is a green that I really offer to anybody that's spending a long time working at the computer, anybody whose job involves a lot of sitting down. I'm thinking of all those Uber drivers out there, all those taxi drivers and bus drivers, particularly in the busy cities like Sao Paulo, where I am now, or Rio or London. Actually, when we're driving around, when we're interacting with all those other people on the roads, or even if we're on the tube, we can get a bit stressed. We can get a little bit in the red mode, this kind of agitated or anxious mode. And for me, when that appears, it kind of expresses itself in my body with a tightening and a clenching of the muscles, particularly in the neck and also in the shoulder region. So for me, a very simple green that you can do anytime, anywhere, all the time is just a green shoulder roll. A small movement that allows the body to release and to relax. So it might be some shoulder rolls, maybe it's a little bit of head tipping, ear to shoulder, or maybe just turning the head left and right a few times to do some gentle stretching. Now, in our health and safety obsessed times, particularly in the UK, people are often nervous about moving their bodies, and they say things like, well, I need to go to a physio, or I need to have a personal trainer that can tell me how to move my body. And that's amazing if you can get some expert advice from somebody about what to do and how to train. But if you add a mindful element to this self-care movement, then actually you can discover that your body is your teacher. So what I would recommend is to start with a small mindful movement. And mindfulness, of course, is the ongoing monitoring of an activity with full and present attention and the lens of care. And so if we move mindfully and we go slow and we start small, then actually there's very little chance that we will injure ourselves. And again, my own experience is all of my accidents and injuries usually have come from doing things too fast and not paying attention. And when people have problems with the neck or with the shoulders, they often say they made a sudden movement, turning their head or picking something up while they weren't paying attention. So mindful movement really is our key to taking care of our bodies, whether it's because we're lifting up something heavy or we've got to do something with our body, or because we're sitting for long periods of time at our desk or at our computer. So this is my offering for you today. It's World Mental Health Day, but for me, mental health really starts with the body. The body and the mind are not separate. And if you notice that there's clenching or tightening, either from physical distress or from mental distress, these mindful shoulder rolls are your quick, easy, and free way to get into the green. So I wish you well. Take care of each other. Take care of yourself. If you're lucky enough, you can maybe get someone to give you a massage, and that's a nice green as well. But if you don't have that, then you can just move your body and you can take care of yourself. So wish you well. Bye-bye.